last but not least, what else is on here? Like I said, I'm just going just like this. Uh, mm, well, the only thing I have is Breezy Dancer Janaya that passed away yesterday. And if y'all know who she is, let me see if I can before we go into that, let me read these other little things I have because I was what's the name before we got to the whatever. It says this ain't even got so. It says whatever happened to you and see me back in the day, it doesn't matter to us. We still appreciate you and thank you and appreciate you, and we are thankful for all the effort and the great music you did with CB. Telling speaks for itself. Keep your head up. Then he shouted out what's the name, and then another thing is, this says how possibly that the song with Sexy Red is the next single. I supposed to been done said this already. 6 shows up, which is this is like I think his first statement about his new album music is coming after the tour is done, which is he already like I said. If he's smart, he will release both Sand, Trumpets, and Obvious, just like Question Slash Pills and Automobile back in the day. And Sand Trumpets supposed to be calling name, with the Sexy Red and stuff or Spin the Block, and a freaking free mixtape with 20 songs before or after the Brown album. XX 20 Years of CB, the University mixtape. And this one, oh yeah, never mind. But yeah, so yesterday, like I said, we got the news that that was just in my thing, and I just never never like what's the name. But yeah, we got the news yesterday that Chris Brown, dancer from Say Goodbye, had passed away. And she passed away with cancer because that's what it had said. Where's these cancer things coming from? That's what I don't understand. Like all these, like this, how we, I don't know. It says straight says Praise Chris Brown, Marty Russell, Kwame, Bagel Dance, JANINA, GARRAWay. Sorry for saying last name. Say I love you and I'm so thankful to have worked with you. 13. So such a tragedy off of the CV finish. Drink my head gone, but never forgotten. That's facts. Fire Queen Home. Fire clapping well beautiful. Praise God to baby, family, Chris, former dancing Nate. He'll contribute to her he did. CB is so thoughtful, humble, and kind. Speech Queen Peter is this one was my favorite 2 songs. May she rest in peace. Majority of the videos since this the last one, this can be the longest one. So I done read basically like the ones that I said about the album and stuff. I should have did that the first one, but I just got on here and just started talking and stuff. So this one might most likely, look. But no, before I jump into what I'm going to say, this one's the last video. Either the first video, if y'all know me from OGs or people that just now subscribing to my channel, when I do either the first or last video, them be the only 2 longest. But like I said, since YouTube said you can be 3 minutes and whatever, that's why I'm making all my videos 3 minutes. So I'm basically reading comments what I gotta read comments if it ain't too long, or I'm giving you my thoughts and stuff, but it's all up in 3 minutes so I can go into the next video. See, these videos right here that I made today on a Friday, on a Halloween day, all these is basically recent and new stuff that I made today. Besides the ones that I read before, they was already beginning of this month. But any other or any who or whatever y'all want to call it, yeah, everything else was, And now what I was finna say is love your loved ones, hug on your loved ones. You never know when our last day here is on earth and stuff like that. But like I said, CB real. For shouting out people, he always give credit where credit is due, whether it's dancers, whether it's people he worked with and stuff. Unless if he fall out with them and stuff, and they really left out on bad terms, and that's a different thing. But he give everybody a chance to be themselves, work on they art, they dancing, they rapping skills, singing skills, producing skills, writing skills, or whatever. Everybody gets a chance. But as far as like losing someone to that, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's crazy because, like I said, cancer is nothing to play with. Because I lost a lot of family members to that, especially my dad. If y'all don't remember that story time, yes, cancer is nothing to play with. Where does it come from? We may have to do JANINA. I see where, but it's crazy how. Well, I'm not saying that nobody's not taking care of themselves and stuff like that. Sometimes things can just pop up and you never know. And then when you try to, like I said, I ain't trying to dwell on it too long or whatever like that. It's just like, I don't know. But like I said, my hearts go out to her, and praise go out to her family, her kid. Stuff like that, man. Because, hey, cancer and diseases, when we die about diseases and not actually cause of death, like gunshots or, I don't know, bro. I'm like I said, I'm not finna dwell on it too long. Like I said, praise go out to everybody, her family, CB community, because she did work with us, on the first album, Say Goodbye. So it's just like, you can be here one day and then go on the next. Who's to say after all these videos, So like I said, I make every day count. Whether you like somebody, don't like somebody, you like your family, you don't like your family. I mean, the ones that's important to you. At least check up on them. At least I ain't saying just because you have family members, like you gotta check on the whole family community and see how everybody's doing. Like I said, you ain't gotta burn bridges with everybody, but if you know that the love was still there, you can still check up on them. But if you know why y'all stop talking and stuff like that, just like me, I'm not on here to bash my family. Some family members know why I stopped talking to them for that purpose. And I'm a type of person, yes, even though they say it's not good to hold grudges, but a lot of family members know what they did, the reason why I'm not talking to them. And I'm talking about not ever talking to them. I ain't talking about just because I delete them on the game or on social media and stuff, and then when I see them, I say what's up, but I don't want a lot of my family members on my social media or anything. Only a selected few. That'd be my little brother and my mom, and and et cetera, et cetera. The people know. The people know. I really talk to my little brother. That's about it. And like my mom when I'm on the Snapchat or whatever, or my little brother, my grandma, stepmom, and stuff like that. Them little family members, and now I'm talking to my other cousin. But that ain't the point. The whole point is love on your loved ones, man. Like I said, if y'all didn't burn no bridge and y'all still keep in contact every day or every other day, and you know that the love is there and stuff like that, check up on them, bro. Because somebody can have mental health problems. Just like I know we was talking about Kevin McCall and everything all day. That was just the stuff that I had got. But in a serious note, you never know what nobody's going through behind closed doors. So, somebody got mental health, somebody could be committing suicide, somebody could have just lost somebody that they love, truly love. And then you got somebody that's what I'm saying. Then when they pass away, you be like, dang, I wish I would have hit them up. Or, dang, I wonder why I stopped talking. Oh, dang, that hurt. I don't know. I just can't fake it. Even though, if I lose a cousin or something like that, I'd be like, dang, that's crazy. But it's like, even though we didn't leave on bad terms, it's like, why are we well, obviously you lost a family member because that's still your family. Cousin, auntie, uncle, brother, nephew, niece, mom, dad, step, whatever. Even though you lost them and you probably didn't, that's still a family member because they had something, they still, still hold a part of you or something in a way. So it's like, love with your loved ones, man. Like I said, my loved ones, I already said, my mom, when I'm talking to her, but the only way I talk to her, like I said, is when I'm talking to my little brother on Snapchat. I ain't trying to bash her or nothing like that, but it's just facts is facts. I'm not on here to bash my mom and nothing. Stepmom and grandma and little brother, But yeah, man. That's all I can really say. Today Friday, it's Halloween. Y'all going trick or treat, taking kids out trick or treating, whatever. And then you got the haunted house. Well, that might have been before Halloween. maybe tonight or whatever. But yeah. Other than that, man, I love you guys with all my heart. This is a 10-minute video. Told you the last video is gonna be longer, but like I said, love you guys with all my heart. Take care of yourself. Stay blessed. Stay prayed up. See God first, and everything else will take care of itself. And hey, I'm gonna catch y'all beautiful people in that video. Until next time, Team JANINA, because we was talking about her, and I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. Y'all know how I am. I do apologize. But in Team Breezy, and Reach Rod and we out.